Dummy of the day. What's going on, everybody? Sorry about that. Had to take a intermission. I had to feed my little girl. Now I'm back. Gonna finish up this video. Sorry, my bandits. That's life. Got to make sure the miss is good. The little one. Little one comes before BucosLocker. But she's good now, full of food. And we ready to rock. Shall we say? What up, man? I'm gonna let some people come into the chat room. And we're gonna get it popping in a second. We're gonna talk about this combine coming up. Combine coming up real soon. What up? What up? Come on in the chat room, folks. Play with your boy. It's your boy. It's your boy. Shouts out to Pat Coltrane, man. I like his little intro song, man. Pat Coltrane is your boy. Pat Coltrane is your boy. Good old Pat Coltrane, man. Cool guy, man. Cool guy. I'm back and I'm back and I'm back. What up, Kent? You know me. So let's dive into this. I don't want to make this a super long video, but let's talk about this combine. The combine will be here in 2 weeks, folks. 2 weeks, and the BucosLocker has to talk about the combine. There's a list of participants that's been invited to the combine. And I'm going to point out the ones that the Bucs should be looking at. And I'm looking at the list right now, and I will be starting with the focus of it should be the offensive line and the D line. But I want to start out with the O line and some of the notable invitees that will be at the combine in 2 weeks that the Bucs should be really be looking at. And I know they will. Because let's not overthink this NFL combine. The objective is to get to know people, to grade them against other elite athletes, not only through in their height, their weight, their arm length, their hand width. But you also got to test them psychologically. The Wonderlific test. You got to interview them. Each team gets so many interviews. Each team gets so many interviews. And the Bucs should be interviewing these guys. And we're going to start with the O-line first. And I'm going to name a few guys. I might not pronounce these names correctly, but you know who I'm talking about. A late round pick that could the Bucs get in the 3rd or 4th round is Trey Adams, the offensive line from Washington Huskies. Watched him for the last couple of years. Trey Adams dealt with some injuries, but he's 6'7". He's actually good. Very good guy. He'll be a good pickup in the later rounds, 3rd, 4th round. He'll drop a little bit because of his injury history, but Trey Adams, I like him. The Bucs should be looking at him too. Mekhi Beckham, the Louisville left tackle, true left tackle. If you draft if you draft Beckham, he's your starting left tackle. Donovan Smith will be the right tackle. Period. Who else the Bucs should be looking at in the combine? Austin Jackson. He might be available for the Bucs, or most likely he will be. If the run of the tackles go on, like the first 13 picks, there could be 5 left tackles that's been picked. If that's been the case, Austin Jackson will be a nice pick. But if I was the Bucs, if you take him, you should trade down to the 20s and take Austin Jackson. He's a pretty good left tackle. I don't know about he could play right tackle, but he's a good left tackle. Good value pick in the late first round if the Bucs decided to trade back. No, my voice has not gotten deeper. Something wrong with my voice, folks? Am I talking too close to the mic? Do I need to lean back a little bit? Am I too far back? Am I too close to the mic?
That's my computer.
Relax. That's mine. That's my work computer. You got your own.
Where?
Anyway.
Where? Where, Daddy?
What?
My computer.
It's in the store.
Mm.
Okay. So, also Joshua Jones to Houston left tackle. He's a pretty good left tackle. He can play right tackle too. He's a very versatile guy, big guy. I like Joshua Jones from Houston. The Bucs should be looking at him as well. Who else? John Runyon would be a good late round pick. Some depth right there. Andrew Thomas, if the Bucs can get Andrew Thomas. Malia, stop. Stop. Thank you. Appreciate it. So, anyway, Andrew Thomas will not fall to the Bucs. Calvin Patrick Morton, the Oregon O-lineman, he's a pretty good guy. Prince Tega Wanuagu from Auburn, I like him too. I watched him in SEC. Darrell Williams is pretty good. Jarek Willis from Alabama, of course, first round pick. Isaiah Wilson will be a good mid-round pick. Tristan Wirfs, the Iowa O-lineman, left tackle, Tristan. So those are the O-linemen the Bucs should be looking at. Period. There's no ifs, ands, or buts. I know Trey Adams has a injury history. I know T-Bay. Malia, thank you. Daddy's on live right now. I'm gonna need you to be quiet. Every time I go live, she does this. The Kansas State offensive tackle. I don't know about him, man. I wasn't feeling him, man. He's all right, but that's a late round, 4th, 5th round pick. The Kansas State left tackle, France. He's all right, but I'm just naming the guys the Bucs should be like really looking at or really focused on. Leah, please. Anyway, Malia, thank you. Stop.
Why?
You're making too much noise over there. I'm gonna need you to stop. Just sit there and watch the video. Interior lineman. You got the Wisconsin center guard Winston from Michigan. The Big Ten got some good interior O linemen. They were talking about kicking Alex Kappa to right tackle and drafting an interior O lineman, which will not be bad at all. Actually, I would not be mad if the Bucs did that. If the Bucs would kick Alex Kappa to right tackle and draft the interior O lineman, that would be pretty good. But I don't know if I can trust Alex Kappa as a right tackle. I don't even like the combination of Alex Kappa and Donovan Smith at tackle. I don't like the combination. Donovan Smith at the left. That means if you put Alex Kappa at right tackle, that means Donovan Smith stays at the left tackle. At least if you draft one of the top 5 O linemen, the top 5 left tackles, you could insert them at left tackle immediately and move Donovan Smith to the right tackle. I really think the Bucs should really take a look at that. The Bucs really need to look at that situation. If you draft one of the top 4 or 5 offensive tackles, you won't get Thomas, and you probably won't get the Iowa left tackle. But if you can get Jarek Willis or Beckham or Josh Jones, just take this. I hope Bruce Arians, just in Byron Leather, just take a look and just Think about moving Donovan Smith to the right tackle, help the team out because he hasn't progressed as a left tackle like he should have. He's getting paid a lot of money, and he's not a great left tackle. Getting paid $10 million and you're a bottom third of left tackle is not good enough. $10 million says you should be a top 10 or at least top 12 left tackle. And unfortunately, Donovan Smith is not a top 10 or 12 left tackle. He hasn't even graded out like that. Look at his last 5 years. He just plateaued. We need elite left tackle play. Donovan Smith will get any quarterback killed and hurt. How many times have you guys seen Donovan Smith miss a block and almost get Winston killed? I rest my case, folks. He gives up too many ridiculous sacks in bad positions. He's very inconsistent, poor footwork. His punch moves is not great. His counter moves is not great. Against power rushers, he gets bull rushed. Against speed rushers, he's too slow. We need elite left tackles. And there will be one available at 14 to 24 if the Bucs decide to trade back. But I hope the Bucs really think about moving him to right tackle. It'll help the team out. And hopefully he can swallow his pride and move over there, man. Let the young guy take his, because I think Donovan Smith would be a great right tackle, or maybe he can be an elite guard because he's so big and burly. You know? But the O-line situation must be addressed at least twice in the draft, or once in the draft, early first round or mid first round, and probably in the free agency with Jack Conklin or Anthony Costanzo. You gotta put money into the O-lineman, man. You got to draft good. And the Bucs haven't drafted good at O-lineman. Ali Marpet is the only all-pro, Pro Bowl lineman the Bucs have drafted that was worth a damn. Donovan Smith is making a lot of money, hasn't made a Pro Bowl yet. We paid him because he was durable. Not good, man. Give me Josh Jones. Give me Austin Jackson. Give me McKay Beckham. You know, give me one of those guys. Give me Andrew Thomas. Give me Jarek Willis. Give me Tristan. Give me one of those guys. Now, the other side of the ball, I just talked about the O-lineman. And the Bucs O-lineman is one of the top paid O-linemen in the NFL. 3 guys over $10 million, folks. 3 guys over $10 million. And they're rated by PFF number 7. Anybody that's a Bucs fan know that's a bunch of crap. The Bucs O-lineman is not. The Bucs O-line as a whole is not ranked 7 out of 32. That's too high. If they would say the Bucs O-line is ranked 17 or 20, I wouldn't be mad at that. But they rank 7th by PFF. When you look at the breakdown of the O-line, when you look at the analytics, the advanced analytics, like the power run, 3rd and short, 4th and short, the percentages of converting those are poor. Winston was one of the most sacked quarterbacks in the NFL. Yes, some of those were on Winston. Not all 47 was on Winston, folks. Okay, I know you guys don't like Winston. I get it. I know interceptions and fumbles. I get it. But 47 sacks, it's not on Winston. It's the O-line fault too. But anyway, let's talk about this D-line. Lot of pending free agencies, man. A lot of pending guys on defense. My voice is okay, man. I'm not sick. I'm good. Maybe it's just because I don't have my filter. Now this D-line, JPP, Dominican Sue, Carl Nassib, Shaq Barrett. Those are the 4 main guys that can either get re-signed or cut. That's most likely Shaq Barrett will get franchised because he only had one good year. One good year of a good play. But a lot of people ain't talking about this. The depth of the D-line, because we drafted Anthony Nelson last year in the 3rd or 4th round, I think 4th round. Iowa a Carl Nassib clone. I really believe now that I look at it, I don't think the Bucs will re-sign Carl Nassib. They have a young, cheaper option behind him, Anthony Nelson. Don't overpay for Carl Nassib. He's a hustle guy. He's an effort guy. You don't give effort guys a lot of money. You give them good money, but you don't give them a lot of money. But a lot of people ain't talking about this. Everybody talking about the surface of the D line, but behind that depth behind it, Nacho, Bo Allen, and William Golson. Possibilities of all three of those guys get cut. Mm-hmm. The Bucs D line was number one against the run. They had like 40 plus sacks. They got really good in the back half of the season. The first 8 games, they were trash. We already know the Giants game, the Saints game, the Seattle game, they were trash. The Rams game, they were trash. I know that I hate to beat on a dead horse, but if the Bucs defense hold up against the Seahawks and the Giants, that's 9-7, even with the picks. But I'm not going to get into that with y'all. I mean, I just want to throw it out there. I mean, just the defense just got to hold 2 games. That's 9-7 with 30 picks. That's a different narrative. 9-7, 30 picks. Still won 9 games with 30 picks. I'm just saying. I mean, but the defense, the D-line has gotten better in the back half of the season. But there can be some casualties. William Golson and Bo Allen. If they cut those two, I think that's like $10 million between both of them, or $8 million if they cut both of them. The money they make in the production is not worth it. I mean, I like William Golson. He's a good run stuffer, but he's not worth the money he's getting. He's getting like $4.5 million. Or if they cut him, that's like $4.5 million they save. And Bo Allen too. Bo Allen only had like 10 tackles, like 2 assists. It's not worth the money. Neither one of those guys. And there's a high probability that both of those guys get cut or released before the new football year, or restructure their contracts. If they want to stay on the Bucs, don't get me wrong, the Bucs will like to keep those guys, but not at that price. Now, Bo Allen's a good depth guy. He can come in and stuff the run and all that stuff like that, but he's not worth over $2 million. Let's face it. I'm not an agent. I'm not his agent. I'm not an analytic. I'm not a financial capologist. But production versus play with Bo Allen and William Golson, it's too much. Too much money for below average play. If William Golson was giving me or giving us or giving the Bucs 5 to 7 sacks, or just 5 sacks or 4 sacks, yeah, but he doesn't give us no sack, no pressure. He gives pressure every now and then, but it's always like a second or two late. And to get paid that much money and not have any sacks, really, too much money. So Bo Allen, William Golson contracts either going to be restructured or they're going to be cut. Mark my words, folks. I guarantee you, neither one of those guys will not come back at the price they are getting right now. That's for a fact. And I'm not even a Bucs insider. I can just tell you from the production and the money is not worth it together. And the jump back on it, T. Bray, fan 2008, real quick. Ryan Jensen, a lot of people ain't talking about that either. His contract is not guaranteed, folks. $10 million. Ryan Jensen is scheduled to make $10 million, but it's not guaranteed, folks. He has no guaranteed money left on the table. And the media, the Bucs media, don't want to talk about it. The NFL media don't want to talk about it. Is Ryan Jensen worth $10 million? No. But the Bucs media is not talking about Ryan Jensen's contract. He's not guaranteed no money. But if he stays on the team, he gets $10 million. 10. Not worth it. Nah, y'all know I'm not a real big fan of Ryan Jensen. I'm okay with him because he played better this year. He graded a little over 70% or 70 in PFF. And you can take PFF however you want to take it, certain situations, but he's played better. He's cut back on the penalties and all that, but he's not worth $10 million. He's not a $10 million center. So to jump back on the D-line. So now the D-lineman that's been invited to the combine. Derek Brown, Darren Daniels from Nebraska, Marlon Davis, a good late round value. Bradley Ailey from Utah, second, third round value right there. Raekwon Davis, second or third round value. Jordan Elliott, another second or third round, maybe fourth round value. AJ Espinena, first rounder. The Bucs, a lot of mock drafts have him getting selected by the Bucs. Galmore, late first round, early second. Jonathan Grenard, good third round value right there. Gross Matos for the Penn State D lineman, pretty good. Benito Jones from Mississippi, he's pretty good. Javon Kinlaw, Rashard Lawrence. I'm giving y'all names that stand out to me. Julian Oakworth, Notre Dame D lineman, second round guy. Malcolm Roach, Texas D lineman. These are guys that's been invited to the combine. Raekwon Williams from Michigan State. Of course, Chase Young and Jabari Zeninga, Florida D lineman. These guys that I named are very productive. A lot of those guys play high-level football. James Lynch from Baylor. Don't forget about him either. I watched him play a little bit. All these guys that I named were very productive in their conference. This D-line class is pretty deep. I forgot about Kendall Coleman, too. He's all right, too. In Syracuse. This D-line, I know he got off-the-field issues, the Matos Gross guy. Hazen, but that's not, I don't think that's going to be held against him. Or that TCU D lineman too, Blacklock. But this D line class is not top heavy, but it got a lot of depth. And the Bucs can get a one or two guys, however they want to switch it up, second, fourth, third, fifth. The Bucs can do some damage on the O-line and D-line. If the Bucs play this so right, the Bucs can do some damage on these trenches, man. In these trenches, the Bucs can do some damage. You hear me, Bandits? Do you understand where I'm coming from, Bandits? You know I am big on building the trenches. O-line and D-line has a lot of depth. The O-line is top heavy with some depth. The D-line is not top heavy, but with a lot of depth. And the Bucs can get a great or elite left tackle in the first round, and they can come back in the second round if they wanted to and get a good D lineman. A really good D lineman like Raekwon Davis, or Jordan Elliott, a Neville Gilmore, Benito Jones, Rashard Lawrence. Malcolm Roach, they can come around in the third or fourth round and get some really, 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 really good D linemen. And I'm giving y'all this depth. I'm breaking this down for y'all, folks. And Bruce Arians is going to have he's going to have a lot of input in this draft because, last year he did, and this year he will too. But the Bucs can go on D lineman in the first round. Of course, a lot of people saying, some people said Derek Brown, but I don't think Derek Brown will fall down to 14. But Kinlaw will be right there for the picking. AJ Espinena will be right there for the picking. That's now if all the O linemen are gone, if the top 4 or 5 O linemen are gone, then I will look at Kinlaw and AJ Espinena. So we'll see. But I really believe the Bucs will be able to get one of the top 4 or 5 O linemen in the draft. And these guys are elite. They can come in right away and play left tackle right away. Donovan Smith, right side.
Hi.
I know. But the D line, not top heavy, outside of Chase Young and AJ Espinena and Derek Brown, it's a drop off, but the depth is there in the second, third, fourth round, even fifth round. There are some starters. There is some D line starters in this draft in the second, third, and fourth round. Mark my words, folks. I've seen a lot of these dudes play. I've seen a lot of them play. But that's the O lineman, folks, and the D line, the invitees. Now, I'm going to go to the next position that I think the Bucs should be looking at in this combine is the running backs. Not a great class, but there's some depth between the second and fifth round. And I'll name a few of these guys for you. Cam Akers. What's up, Eric? What's going on, Eric? Cam Akers. A lot of people talk about him. I talk about him. He's from Florida State, so I don't know if people will be cool with that. But Ito Benjamin, Arizona State, a good third down back, pass catching back. He'll be a great third or fourth round pick. I like DJ Dallas, but he's like a fifth rounder though, fourth or fifth round guy, maybe sixth round. AJ Dillon, he can go from the second round to the third round. AJ Dillon might fall a little bit because of his speed. At the combine, I'm curious to see how fast AJ Dillon runs. I think he might be a 4.6. Derrick Henry was like a 4.5 and some change. But I think AJ Dillon is a little slower than Derrick Henry. But I'm curious to see how AJ Dillon tests in the 40 and the agility cones, the 60-yard and the 3-cone shuttle, the 10-yard 3-cone shuttle, the 40-yard dash, and the agility drill. Basically, all the agility drills. I want to see how AJ Dillon tests. But I like DJ Dallas. I've seen him play. J.K. Dobbs, I want to know how tall he really is because he looks really short. He might be a 5'7", 5'8" guy. Very like a Darian Sproles guy. Very versatile. He can catch. He can run. Got some speed. But I think he's like 5'8". He's a little tall, like an inch taller than me. And I'm not tall. I'm 5'7", or 67 inches if you want to go by inches. I think KJ Dobbs is like 5'8". Clyde Edwards-Helaire, another guy. He's probably like 5'6", but he is another Darian Sproles type guy. I'm curious to see how fast he is too. He's quick. I think he's more quick than fast. I want to see how he tests. I think he's going to do really good in the bench. Clyde Edwards-Helaire, I think he's going to do really good in the bench. He's a power pack. I call him. Okay, yeah. Power pack. I know. Stop. I know, Leah. Let Dan finish. Clyde Edwards-Helaire is a power pack. Curious to see how he tests. Tony Jones, not a bad guy. Joshua Kelly. Anthony McFarland. Folks, if you haven't seen Anthony McFarland play, he got some Dalvin Cook in him. Do not be surprised. Whoever drafts Anthony McFarland, he turns around and be really good. Some guys are just going to be better in the NFL than in college. Maryland did not do a great job of utilizing Anthony McFarland. He is a nice running back. Anthony McFarland is really nice. Folks, if you haven't seen Anthony McFarland play, I'm going to need you to go YouTube him, and I'm going to need you to check him out on YouTube. Maryland running back, Anthony McFarland. Nasty. Speed out there. And the Bucs need some speed. The Bucs need some speed in the offense, man. In that backfield. Need some speed, like some game-breaking speed. Like some Christian McCaffrey type speed. You know what I'm saying? We need some speed back there. Some Alvin Kamara type skills back there. Because Ronald Jones, man, complimentary back, but we need some elite speed back there. Zach Moss is pretty good. He'll be a late round pick. The Bucs can snatch up in the fourth round. Yeah, check out Anthony McFarland, man. Anthony McFarland. He's nice. He was underutilized at Maryland. A lot of people will say he's not good, but I'm telling you, he's one of those backs. I'm telling you, he get in the right system. He is going to be a problem. He got this. He got the talent. He just was underutilized. But Zach Moss, a good back from Florida, another Florida running back. Florida got a lot of guys in the NFL, folks. This is why I'll be laughing when people talk about Florida players. I'll be like, if you was born in Florida and you make it to the NFL, there's a good chance that you're going to be something. Now, there's some busts, but Florida produced a lot of NFL players, like players that's from Florida, born and raised, not went to the college. I'm talking about born and raised from Florida. There's a lot of NFL players, folks. A lot of NFL players. Oh, somebody said Anthony McFarland. So you know Anthony McFarland for real? Um, who else? LaMichael Piron. I like him too. I'm a Gator guy. I'm a Gators guy. So LaMichael Piron was underutilized in Dan Mullen's offense. He can catch, he can run, he can block. He's a good fourth round pick. He might sneak into the third round, folks. Keep in mind, folks. Keep that name in mind, folks. LaMichael Piron. Watch that name. You got DeAndre Swift. I'm curious to see how fast Piron is. Maybe a 4.49 or 4.53. I don't know. DeAndre Swift, another running back. Georgia, SEC running back. Swift is the number one back in a lot of people's running back rankings. You got either KJ Dobbs sometimes. Some people got KJ Dobbs number one. I've seen a couple of Cam Akers as the number one back in this draft. But out of those guys, I mean, you can take your pick on what system they be in. DeAndre Swift is a big back, fast as hell. And Georgia has produced a lot of good running backs. So I wouldn't sleep on DeAndre Swift. He might be a late first round, early second round pick. If he falls to the Bucs, don't be surprised the Bucs take him in the second round. I told you the Bucs need to get a running back. Jonathan Taylor, another running back, a Wisconsin running back. Wisconsin has been training out running backs since Ron Dane. James White, Melvin Gordon. A lot of running backs from Wisconsin, man. The last 10, 12 years, man. Good Lord. Wisconsin is a running back factory. But I'm curious to see how fast he is in the 40 and how he tests in the agility drills. Jonathan Taylor ran track in New Jersey. That's where he's from, I think, New Jersey. He ran track, and he was like all-state in the 100-yard dash or the 100 meters. So I want to see how fast I think he got top end speed, but I think his 40-yard dash will be probably like 4.5 something. Patrick Taylor, don't sleep on Patrick Taylor. In Memphis had that high octane pass offense. Don't sleep on Patrick Taylor. I've seen him a little bit. Keyshawn Vaughn, a tough running back, and another SEC running back from Vanderbilt. Pretty good. Underutilized at Vanderbilt. Vanderbilt's not a good football school. So keep an eye on Keyshawn Vaughn. There, all these guys I'm naming, there's one of you probably about 2 or 3 guys. You're going to be like, damn, we should have got him. I'm telling you, it's going to be like that. It's going to be about 2 or 3 guys. We're going to be like, damn, we should have got him. It's like that, like Kerryon Johnson, Dalvin Cook. Had a chance to get him. Didn't get him. Should have got Nick Chubb. Yeah, we should have traded in front of Cleveland and get Nick Chubb. I know. Stop asking me. Okay. Thank you. Gotta be a little tough sometimes. But those are the running back. Oh yeah, Michael Warren. Don't sleep on Michael Warren either. Cincinnati, let's shifty little back. Michael Warren, man. Watch out for him in the late, like 5th round, 6th round. Yeah, a lot of these running backs I've named, man, they're pretty decent. You know what I'm saying? Like, of course, you got the top end guys with, Akers and Dobbs and Swift and Taylor. But a second round. The more and more I look at it, we'll see. I want the Bucs to get a running back. If they don't get a running back in the second round, it's a little drop off. It's a little drop off if you don't get a running back in the second round. Late first, early second round. If you don't get a running back in that area, if you don't get Akers, Dobbs, Swift, or Taylor, it's going to be a little drop off, and you probably won't touch a running back to the 3rd or 4th round. Oh yeah, we should have got Chubb, man. If we would have jumped up and traded up and got Chubb, man, God. I heard we was going to get Dalvin Cook if he would have been there in the second round that year, but I keep thinking about that, man. Like Dalvin Cook, we passed up on him, and then in the second round, Minnesota was like, We'll take him. And the Bucs was a couple of picks behind the Minnesota Vikings. I believe the Bucs would have picked Dalvin Cook in the second round if he would have fell to us. But yeah, I know. We picked Jeremy McNichols. I remember him. Jeremy, I watched him at Boise State, man. I thought he was gonna be good. But yeah, we didn't pick him. We didn't pick Aaron Jones. We picked Jeremy McNichols. I know it's a lot of woulda, coulda, shouldas, folks, on these drafts, man. Like every time the draft is done, it's like, damn, we could have got him. And there's a lot of guys that we could have got on this team that we did not get, which was weird. Yeah, I know he would have got Cook. If Cook would have went past Minnesota, Jason Light would have pulled the trigger. But Minnesota was not budging. Minnesota was not any team that was picking before the Bucs that was in front of anybody in front of Minnesota and up were not budging. Minnesota was not budging with Jason Light. There was stories behind Jason Light wanted Dalvin Cook, but Minnesota was not budging. The Bucs offered some picks, but Minnesota was like, no, we're staying put. They got the guy. And then the Cleveland Browns picked Nick Chubb right before the Bucs. God. Can you imagine Nick Chubb in this offense? No to Devontae Freeman. Yes, the Falcons are releasing Devontae Freeman. No to Devontae Freeman. No. Too much money. Always go younger when running backs. Look at Todd Gurley. The Rams gave him all that money. Now he got some arthritis in his knee. The Rams gave Todd Gurley a lot of money because he had one great year, and now they're biting the bullet. Atlanta Falcons gave Devontae Freeman a lot of money, injury prone. Both of those running backs. No to Gurley, no to Devontae Freeman. I'll take Kareem Hunt, though. I know he got off the field issues. I know. But I'll take Kareem Hunt. No, thank you. Give me Kareem Hunt over Todd Gurley and Devontae Freeman. If the Bucs sign Kareem, if the Bucs sign Kareem Hunt and don't draft a running back and use that pick to get like another D lineman or another O lineman or a third down receiver, we'll get to that in a second. Oh, we get Kareem Hunt in that offense. Oh, David Johnson. I was kind of like thinking about it for a second, but the more and more I think about it, man, David Johnson had one good year. He was healthy. But he's been injury prone for the last 2 seasons, got all that money. And the Cardinals are on the hook for that money too. But Kareem Hunt in that offense, man. Oh, because he can catch. He can block too. Tough. Kareem Hunt is tough. I watched him at Toledo, folks. I watched Kareem Hunt from Toledo. Kareem Hunt even though he got some off-the-field issues, but I think Bruce Arians, if they were to take Kareem Hunt, can get him in line and be like, get with the program. And he'll be cheap. Kareem Hunt will be cheap. For Kareem Hunt to get that money, he will have to be on his best behavior. Kareem Hunt will be cheap. We don't have to put a lot of money into the running back situation. We can use that pick to get another O lineman or another D lineman or a safety or a third down receiver. Facts. So I just named all the running backs. So let's get to another position that I've been looking at. I'm breaking this down for y'all, folks. The defensive backs. I'm not going to talk about the cornerbacks because we got too many young cornerbacks on the team. They spent a lot of draft capital on the cornerback situation and the slot situation, but they did not address the safety situation. Justin Evans, question mark. Dakota Dixon, hurt. Jordan Whitehead, a little bit too. He's a heat-seeking missile, but he's very limited against big tight ends. We need a game-changing safety back there. Now, there's some depth at the safety position. There are some guys that can be versatile enough to play safety. Remember, you got to get the best guys on the field. I know everybody talk about Grant Delpit at 14, but I don't think the Bucs would touch him at 14. I don't think so. I think his stock might drop a little bit. That's just my personal opinion. I think his stock will drop just a little bit. He's not a Derwin James. Like Derwin James had a bigger impact to me. Like Grant Delpit had a good junior season, a good sophomore season, but then he kind of tailed off, missed a lot of tackles and stuff like that. But if the Bucs were to pick Grant Delpit in the first round over O-line and D-line, I'll be shocked. I will be shocked. I will be shocked that the Bucs would take Grant Delpit over a O-lineman or D-lineman. That would be a shock, because if they would have drafted Derwin James last year, we wouldn't be having this conversation. Think about this, folks. Derwin James, Devin White in the passing league. Derwin James, Devin White, right up the middle. Cameron Danzler, Mississippi State DB, tall cornerback. He can play safety. I'm not going to name too many of these guys because a lot of these guys are pure corners. The safety position is not great this year. After Grant Delpit, it's a lot of guys in the second, third round, fourth round type guys. There will be a couple of guys off this list that will actually turn out to be pretty decent. I mean, it happens. But I can name out a few guys. Antoine Whitfield Jr., Kavion Wallace, AJ Terrell, who got toasted against LSU. I wouldn't touch him as a corner. Sucks to be AJ Terrell coming out in the draft, man. He didn't have a good game against LSU. LSU toasted AJ Terrell. He couldn't guard Jordan Jefferson or anybody in that LSU receiving core. J.R. Reed. J.R. Reed is a pretty good run on defensive back. Tanner Muse, late pick. He's a solid guy in the back. Xavier McKinley. His name is shooting up. Xavier McKinley. Do not be surprised, folks, that Xavier McKinley goes before Grant Delpit. He just looks better. He can play safety. Now, that can be a game changer. That can throw the whole draft off if the Bucs were to draft Xavier McKinley with the 14th pick. If he tests really good, if he tests really good, Xavier McKinley is going to shoot up the draft boards. I'm telling you, folks, Xavier McKinley is going to shoot up the draft board. I'm trying to tell y'all, folks, and he reminds me of Tyrone Matthew, tenacious, all over the field. He reminds me of a Troy Polamalu. Good ball skills. He can blitz. I mean, he's bigger than Jordan Whitehead. If the Bucs was to draft Xavier McKinley over Grant Delpit, I wouldn't be tripping. If this is based on if he tests in every single area elite. I got a feeling he's going to run faster than Grant Delpit. I think he's going to test better than Grant Delpit overall. Like his overall test grade is going to look better than Grant Delpit. Go back and watch Xavier McKinley, folks. Oh my goodness, this dude is like all over the place. Like when I say a safety with skills, that dude got skills. He got ball skills. He can tackle. He can blitz. He can cover. The dude can do it all. He can play nickel linebacker. The dude just good. And if you cut on the tape and look at Xavier McKinley, look at the tape, folks. Wait a minute. He's biased. He don't like LSU because he's a Gator guy. No. See, what you fail to realize, Kent Jackson, I'm just talking football. Don't get in your feelings. See, this is the difference between me and some of you guys. You guys get in your feelings. You guys try to make it about a LSU versus Florida thing. And no, I'm just talking football. That's it. Cut on the tape. All I'm saying is if Xavier McKinley tests is better than Grant Delpit, he's going to get drafted before Grant Delpit. There's no he hates LSU. Calm down. Relax. It'll be okay, Kent. It'll be okay. I don't mean to hurt your feelings. I'm just talking football. That's a difference. Me and you, I'm just talking football. You're going on the emotional side because you're so LSU. You're not thinking about football, looking at the tape. Cut on the tape, fam. Don't get mad at me. The tape don't lie. Men lie, women lie, but numbers don't, and the tape don't. You are who you are. You are who you are, man. Grant Delpit is a good safety. I'm not knocking him, but I'm just looking at both of those guys right now, and Xavier McKinley's name is heating up. And if he tops it off at the combine, Xavier McKinley will get drafted for Grant Delpit, period. Like, what's the problem? Don't get mad at me. Don't get mad at me, folks. LSU fans, calm down. Don't do the bias thing to me. Let's talk football. We can do this all day. We can talk football. We can scratch off the Gator helmet. We can scratch off the LSU helmet. We can go all day. Trust me. We can go for hours about football. I watch football all the time. I talk football. I'm just telling you what I see on tape. You guys get too emotional. Don't do that. Don't do that. It's all love. I don't hate y'all. I don't hate LSU. I'm just talking football. They don't play at LSU no more. But when you pop on the tape, Grant Delpit and Xavier McKinley jumps off the screen. That's why his name is heating up. And if he tests really good, sorry, he's going to get drafted before Grant Delpit, period. Like, that's just my opinion. If you don't like my opinion, you can always leave. But anyway, enough of that. I just want to address that bias talk that you're trying to give me. That don't work with me. See, that don't work with me, folks. Don't. I just talk football. I can acknowledge a good player on any team. Big Ten, SEC, Pac-12, AAC, MAC. If he's a good football player, he's a good football player. That don't mean I got to like the team. But if I like the football player and he can help our team, come on, fam. Relax. Yeah, I'm a Gator fan, but I know football. I like football, and I can acknowledge a good player. LSU got good defensive players. Alabama got good defensive players. Ohio State got good defensive players. Clemson got good defensive players. Georgia got good defensive players. Miami got a couple of them. Wisconsin got a couple of them. Michigan had a couple of them. What's the problem? I'm just calling it out. That's all. Relax. Calm down. Calm down. Anyway, Lamar Jackson, 6'3" cornerback. He can play safety. These guys are very versatile. I'm naming out. Utah had a lot of good. Jalen Johnson. Yeah, Utah had a couple of good defensive backs too. And safety. Jalen Johnson. I like him. Yeah, Utah had about 3 or 4 guys that were really good. California had Jalen Hawkins. California had a couple of good defensive backs too. But these guys are good 3rd round picks, 4th round picks. I like what I see late round, 3rd, 4th, 5th round picks with the secondary. And yeah, Ohio safety is good too. Ohio State's safety is pretty good too. Jordan Fuller. Yeah, he's pretty good. I mean, like I said, man, I watch all football. Yeah, I'm an SEC guy, I'm a Gator guy, but I watch football from all conferences, folks. I know a lot of good players, not personally, but just when I see them on tape. I'm just calling them out. These people that's been invited. So I just gave y'all the defensive backs. Now, free agency, Eric Berry popped up, and will he be a good fit for the team? Yes, because he's a veteran presence and he still got some in the tank. A lot of people don't agree with me on that. When I say Eric Berry is good, but he might be too expensive. Eric Berry just might be too expensive. It's okay. I mean, if he's too expensive, move on. He's 30 years old now. I mean, out of football for a year. He's still good, but he's not going to be worth a lot of money. Yeah, that's the California safety, Ashton Davis. Yeah, the California safety. Did he get invited? No, Ashton Davis didn't get invited. I don't see him on the list. But Ashton Davis, I know, the California safety. He's pretty good, man. I mean, if Eric Berry requires too much money, I wouldn't touch him. I don't see Ashton Davis on the list. Did he get invited? Yeah, he did. Ashton Davis got invited. Yeah, Ashton Davis, the California safety. It's pretty good. I like him too. He's a good value pick in the third round. Yeah, Ashton Davis, he got invited. So watch him. Yeah, watch his combine. Watch Ashton Davis. But anyway, enough about the DBs. I want to skip over to the receivers now because outside of Mike Evans and Chris Godwin, I mean, Rashad Perriman might price himself out, and we got Scotty Miller, and Justin Watson. If we can get a guy that got a little bit more speed than, I mean, Scotty Miller is fast, but he's very small. He's a small target. But if we can upgrade that position too, folks, don't be surprised. Bruce Arians do it.
Daddy, are you done?
No, I'm not done. So let's talk about the receivers. The Bucs can get some receivers out. Now, the receiving class is pretty deep. Not top heavy, but a lot of depth. This draft has a lot of depth. Brandon Aku, Arizona State. I watched him play. Really good receiver. Lynn Bowden, Tony Brown, Colorado. Gabriel Davis, Central Florida. These guys that can replace Rashad Perriman if he leaves. Devin Duvier, Aaron Fuller, Antonio Gibson, KJ Hamler from Penn State, John Hightower, Boise State, KJ Hill, Ohio State, Justin Jefferson, LSU, Van Jefferson, Florida.
Florida?
Mm-hmm.
Look, I know you're a basketball player.
Please stop. Desmond Patman from Washington State, Donovan Peoples-Jones, Michael Pittman Jr., Jalen Rieger, Henry Ruggs, Jeff Thomas, off the field issues. I mean, these receivers are pretty good. They're productive. Kendrick Rogers, too big. I'm sorry, too big. The Bucs got about $85 million cap space, and they can have the Bucs can get to about $90 million, $92 million if they cut Bo Allen and well, they can get to about 100 if they cut Bo Allen, cut William Golson, and possibly cut or restructure Ryan Jensen's contract. The Bucs can have about $95 million. What up, man? I know Jeff Thomas got some off the field issues. I know. But Jeff Thomas is pretty good. But he got off the field issues. But look, Hicker Billy 99. If William Golson don't take a pay cut, he's got to go. He's not worth that money. But folks, Justin Jefferson, man. Don't sleep on Justin Jefferson. Bruce Arians like offense, folks. Don't sleep on Justin Jefferson. Ooh. Justin Jefferson, man, as the third receiver. Godwin, Evans, Justin Jefferson. Sweating, boy. Pressure. See, the Bucs, what it is the Chiefs, the Bucs, the Ravens. Those are the three most explosive offenses in the NFL. Let's just say that. The Texans, too. The four most explosive offenses, in my opinion. The Bucs, the Chiefs, the Ravens, and the Texans. All those offenses remind me of Golden State. Run up and down the court. They want to run you off the field. The Chiefs is a track team. The Bucs, we've seen the offensive numbers of the Bucs. We've seen the Ravens' explosive dynamic offense, run or pass, and the Texans, when they healthy, offenses are ridiculous. I'm just saying, folks. Those four offenses are all about scoring points. They want to run you off the field. They want to score fast. Like, do you think Patrick Mahomes want to go do a 10-play drive? Do you think Bruce Arians want to do a 10-play drive? Do you think Bill O'Brien want to do a 10-play drive? Do you think the Ravens want to do a 10-play drive, even though they can with the running game? No. These offenses want to score fast. And when you have an offense like that, you better have a defense to back it up. And Bruce Arians knows this. The young defense, but a couple more pieces will be good. But offensively, do not be surprised the Bucs, if they was to take Jordan Jefferson, Chris Godwin, Mike Evans, Jordan Jefferson. Offense. They spent a lot of draft capital on defense, folks. A lot. Do not be surprised. Yeah, like in the film, they got to think about it. If Jordan Jefferson's sitting there, think about it, man. Jordan Jefferson will be a nice addition in that third receiver, folks, to take Rashad Perriman place, and he's gonna be cheaper in the second or third round. I don't think Jordan Jefferson will last till the third round, but I'm giving y'all the from a bird's eye view how Bruce Arians is he wants some offense, folks. He know he got to get an old lineman. He know he need a third receiver. Scotty Miller is cool, but he's injury prone, and Jordan and Justin Watson is good, but he's a good special teams guy. But Bruce Arians like offense. He likes running. He want to run it back and play all three downs. He like a third receiver. Godwin has the Larry Fitzgerald role locked down. But if Rashad Perriman prices himself out, Jordan Jefferson will be a nice replacement. Yeah, I would like to keep Rashad Perriman. Don't get me wrong, but he might just want too much money. Shoot. He just might want too much money. Sorry, man. Can't give him that much money. I mean, he had a good last 4 or 5 or maybe 6 weeks of the season, but that don't equivalent to $8 million. Yeah, I know. Jordan Jefferson, man, he's better than Justin Watson. He's better than Scotty Miller and Justin Watson. Can anybody refute that? Can anybody disagree with me and tell me Jordan Jefferson is not better than Scotty Miller and Justin Watson? Does anybody don't believe that? I'm telling you, if Rashad Perriman leaves, we got to get a third receiver, folks. And there's a couple guys, man, that I named. Upgrade. Miller's not slow. Miller runs like a 4.4. Like Miller fast, but he's small. That's the problem. Small receivers with you got Godwin, Evans, Watson, and Scotty Miller, like little bitty Scotty Miller, like injury prone too. But Scotty Miller's not slow. He's not slow at all. He's actually fast. He's just small and injury prone. But give me George Jefferson right now with Scotty Miller and Justin Watson. Instant upgrade. And I told y'all this before. Do not be surprised the Bucs take a receiver. If I'm telling you, folks, if Rashad Perriman wants like $8 million or $7 million, should be even $6 million. Give him a 3-year, $15 million deal, or 3-year, $12 million deal. Like, cool. But anyway, and there's other positions that we can look at. Levante is not getting cut. They're going to extend him. But let's talk about the tight end position. The tight end position. I'm looking at the combine, these tight ends. There's a possibility that O.J. Howard can get traded during the draft or before the draft or get released. There's a possibility that Cameron Brate, they let him walk because he's not guaranteed any more money. If I had to pick a scenario between the two tight ends, the Bucs would like to keep O.J. Howard, but if they get a good offer with a pick, they will do it. Like they can package him in a 4th round pick to go back into the 3rd round or back into the 2nd round. Don't be surprised they package Howard in a late pick to get back into the 2nd round or into the 3rd round. Mark my words, folks. Mark my words. I'm telling you, O.J. Howard in the 4th round pick, O.J. Howard in the 5th round pick to get back in the 3rd or late 2nd round, mid 2nd round. I'll do it in a heartbeat. And if that's the case, I'll keep Cameron Brate. I'll make him do a contract restructure because O.J. Howard has more value than Cameron Brate. He has more value than Cameron Brate because he's young and he has a potential upside. New England offered a 2nd round pick. It was going to be a late 2nd round pick, and the Bucs didn't want that. That's the problem. That's the problem with the only reason why the Bucs didn't trade O.J. out during the trade deadline is because the pick was too low. The Bucs want to recoup that 1st round pick, and the teams are not budging. There is no team out there that's going to give the Bucs a 1st round pick for O.J. Howard. It's not happening. And Jason Light just got his ego got in the way. His ego got in the way. He felt like O.J. Howard is worth a 1st round pick with no production. Like if they would have been featuring O.J. Howard and giving him the ball, yes, a team would have probably gave him a 1st round pick. Maybe New England would have said, we'll give you 1st. But New England look at the tape. The New England was like, no, famo, he ain't producing now. Y'all ain't utilizing him. No, we're not giving you no 1st. We'll give you a 2nd. It's going to be a late 2nd round pick too. You know what I'm saying? Like 60 or 59, something like that. But they should have took the 2nd round pick, man. I'm sorry. They should have took that 2nd round pick. I'm O.J. Howard's in my doghouse. Y'all know I ain't a fan of that dude, man. That dude is too soft. He's too soft, man. Too soft. Too big and too soft. You're right, Jonathan Neal. Too big, too soft, man. And Bruce Arians don't even like the guy. He tried to talk him up during the offseason like he's going to be real good. I never had a tight end like that. The last good tight end I had is Heath Miller. Bruce Arians can use a tight end, but O.J. Howard is nowhere near Heath Miller's skill or heart or toughness. O.J. Howard is soft. Soft. And he's in a doghouse. And he almost got traded. So there is a high probability that dude get traded. I'm telling you, package a pick, 4th or 5th round pick, get back into the 3rd round or 2nd round, and restructure Cameron Brate's contract. Now, looking at the tight ends coming out, Harrison Bryant, Hunter Bryant, Bryson Hopkins from Purdue, Cole Kmet, Notre Dame, Thaddeus Moss, LSU. The Bucs could take him. Albert, the tight end from Missouri. Kobe Parkinson, Stanford tight end. Stanford always had good tight ends. That's about it with the tight end situation in the combine. Not too many. No tight end is worth a 1st round pick in this draft. Most of those guys are like late 2nd, 3rd round picks. Thaddeus Moss is a name the Bucs could be looking at. Thaddeus Moss is a name that the Bucs could be looking at. Yeah, exactly. Where are my shooters at? We got a guy in here acting ridiculously with the one question. Where are my shooters at? They want me to go that route, but as you can see, I'm ignoring that because I'm talking about everything else but the quarterback situation. Not doing it. This tired of talking about it. Like There's a lot of things we can talk about besides the quarterback situation, as you can see what I'm doing. But Thaddeus Moss is a name the Bucs could be looking at. Thaddeus Moss. Linebackers. I think we'll be fine in linebacker situation. I don't think we need to go draft another linebacker in the second, third round. Because once you get past the third round, these guys are like special team guys or guys you can develop, like fourth, fifth, and sixth rounders, or like seventh rounders or guys you can develop. Sometimes you get a fourth rounder that actually turned out really good and be a starter. Fifth rounders, the percentage goes down. Sixth rounders, the percentage goes way down. Seventh rounders, the percentage goes real down. And undrafted free agency, the percentage goes real down as far as team impact. Unless he's a grinder. There you go, Malcolm. Sean Lee stay hurt too much. Sean Lee stays hurt too much. There you go, Malcolm. You good, Malcolm? I got you, Malcolm. You a shooter now. Yeah, he must be a robot, man. You're tripping out, man. Keep asking me the same question. What about Winston? Nah, I ain't talking about him. I already talked about him. Yeah, but linebackers, man, the linebacker class is really deep, man. You know, the Bucs run a 3-4, and I'm looking at this linebacker class. Good Lord, this linebacker class is really deep. Not top heavy, but really deep. Good Lord, look at all these names, man. A lot of productive guys, man. A lot of productive guys. Kavion Chason. I seen his name pop up for the Bucs in the first round. 3-4 outside linebacker. The Bucs should have drafted Josh Allen. I would not be mad at the Bucs go O-line in the first two rounds. First round and second round, O-line. I would not be mad. But they can't do that. As much as I would say first round, third round, first round, fourth round. I'm cool with that. But you gotta get a D lineman. You gotta get a D lineman. You gotta get some depth. Lose a lot of people. I wouldn't be surprised if the Bucs draft 2 D linemen, like first, third, second, fourth. You gotta replenish that D line. Yeah, we need an outside linebacker. We do. I mean, we got Shaq Barrett and JPP, but we need somebody behind JPP. Can we steal one of these guys in the third, fourth round? But all the top heavy guys are going to be gone by the third round. Yeah, I mean, a lot of good guys out there, man. But a lot of the top heavy guys will be gone by then. And no, the Bucs will not draft a kicker this year, folks. Let me just say that, folks. The Bucs will not draft a kicker this year. Okay. Because if Jason Light was driving a kicker this year, I would fly down to Tampa myself and go to one Buck Palace and be like, what the FUCK you doing? Well, folks, there you have it. The breakdown of the invitees for the 2020 NFL Combine, February 24th, 2 weeks away. Damn, Georgia got a lot of people in the Combine this year. Good Lord. LSU got the folks. LSU got the Combine is February 24th. February. LSU got 16 guys going to the combine this year. The most in the combine. 16 guys going to the combine. Good Lord. 16 guys. Mass exodus off of LSU. Joe Burrow, Chase Young, Sadiq Charles, Lloyd Cushenberry, Grant Delpit, Michael Devaney, Edwards Clyde Helaire, Blake Ferguson, Christian Fulton, Jordan Jefferson, Rashard Lawrence, Damian Lewis, a good old lineman too. I like Damian Lewis, a nasty road grader, upgrade over Alex Capel, Thaddeus Moss, Jacob Phillips, Patrick Queen, Stephen Sullivan. Good Lord, have mercy. Good Lord, 16 guys coming from LSU. Woo! LSU got that factory going. And a lot of those guys going to be on. Actually, don't be surprised all 16 be on the roster. Damn, Mississippi State got 7 guys going to the draft. Wow, Mississippi State got some guys in that squad there too. Notre Dame got a lot of them. Ohio State got a lot of them. Oregon got a few of them. TCU got a couple. TCU got 7 guys going to the draft. Oh, I'm sorry, 8? Oh, 7. Utah got 9 guys going to the combine. Utah got a lot of guys going to the combine. Washington do too. Good Lord. Utah and Washington surprisingly got a lot of guys going. NFL talent. Ohio State got I think the second most. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, Ohio State got 11 guys going to the draft. Woo. Yeah, Utah got a lot of people going to the combine. Utah, Ohio State, Mississippi State, Washington, Notre Dame, Michigan State, Michigan got 11 guys going. Michigan got 11 guys going to the combine. Miami got 8 going to the combine. Good Lord. Georgia got 10 going to the combine. Florida got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 going to the combine. Clemson got 7. Baylor got 6 going to the combine. Auburn got 9 going to the combine. Alabama got 10. But I'm surprised. Utah and Washington. Wow. Utah and Washington got a lot of people going to the draft, man. I mean, to the combine. But anyway, folks, there you have it. Down, talking about players' positions and all that stuff like that, and what the Bucs should be looking at, and who the Bucs should be looking at, and the invitees to go into the combine. So, with that being said, that's a wrap for me, folks. Talking combine, Ed BucosLocker. About to wrap this up and feed my daughter because she wants some popcorn. Go figure.
Bye-bye.
She said bye-bye. So, don't forget to like the live stream. That's right.
Comment down low. See you next time. Bye.
Comment down low. Subscribe to the channel.
Yep.
BucosLocker appreciate it. And my daughter appreciate it. To all my bandits, swashbucklers, pirates, Bucs family, shouts out to all y'all supporting the channel as I start churning these videos out right before the combine and the draft.
Comment down low. Click the bell button.
Comment down low and click the bell button to notify you all new videos that's posted on this channel. It's popcorn time. Y'all have a good night. Sleep well. And I'll talk to y'all again later this week or next week. Good night.
Good night.
Fire those cannons. Seize the day. Raise the flag. No risk it. No biscuit.
Good night. Love you. Come down below.
We out.
Bye.
Bandits.
Bye.
Bandits. Let's get it.
Bye. Bye. Bye.